Deep Space Radio Season 8. Letters from Chen. Attention all passengers, Collin Gossel here, coming to you live on Deep Space Radio as the entire Cloudbreather reacts to last night's shocking arrival of a data stream from our home planet Chen, now dozens of light years behind us in space. As many of you already know, the energy, infrastructure, and technology required to transmit a legible data stream through space with such precision is a massive undertaking, well beyond the means of any private party. This message wasn't sent by a Chenish individual, it was sent, at least in some capacity, by Chen itself, which is both flattering and somewhat concerning, considering how much time has passed for them since we departed. Though only about a year and a half has passed for us, flying at near relativistic speeds, about 100 have passed back on Chen. The data has arrived in a highly compressed and encrypted format, but while these precautions were presumably taken to ensure safe delivery across the stars, it will now take our computerized passengers a significant amount of time to decode the message and determine what exactly is inside. Anxious passengers have been gathering in Ruth's bar as word spreads that the lengthy message's introductory paragraphs are about to be released. Throwing live to a feed from Ruth's now.
So, hey.
Hey yourself. Kind of hot for a turtleneck.
Haha. Isn't that weird? And worried about, anything?
It's actually strange. They've only got the first few lines out so far, but it's pretty generic stuff. No warning, imposter aboard, or anything like that. I think we're okay.
See, I told you.
Oh, did you?
I definitely did.
Guys, did you see what they just released?
No, what?
This is crazy. I can't believe it.
All right, what's it about?
You.
Me?
Yes. In the second paragraph of the message, they send a special greeting to the galactically famous Claudio Atlos, whose racing vids have spread and made him a household name far beyond Chen.
What? That can't be right.
Yeah, he's not that great.
Okay, well...
It's true. Almost all your records are still standing, and racers from all over the galaxy have been trying to imitate your techniques for decades. You were already famous. Now you're a living legend.
Wow. Congratulations.
Well, aren't you excited?
Yeah. It's like everything I ever wanted.
Hello listeners, I come to you now with an important update. Much of the ship was taken aback when, last night, several hours into decoding the message from Chen, updates from the ship's computerized team suddenly stopped. Apparently, they'd come across a dense string of data that, after some hard work, was discovered to be a vid file, one that they felt should be sent to the captain. I have Captain Donnell on the line now, preparing to release the video publicly. Is that right, sir?
Yes, Collin. I don't know what's in this message, but I do know it's relevant to everyone on this ship. After all we've been through, there will be no secrets between me and all of you. We're an open book. This is a circle of trust.
That's beautiful, Captain. So you have no idea what's on this vid?
No, Collin, but it doesn't matter. Whatever it says, we'll get through it. Together.
Absolutely, sir. Playing the video now. For those listening on their comms, an image is fading onto the screen. It seems to be a stern-looking woman in crisp uniform.
It almost looks like... Oh my god, that's my mother.
Greetings, Captain Donnell. This is your mother, Commodore Donnell. I trust you're doing well. It would be a refreshing change of pace following your performance at the Academy trials.
You know what? Maybe we ought to just turn this
Your
off.
father still hasn't been able to return to the Officers Club without facing incessant jabs from his peers.
Yeah, this doesn't even matter. Where's the little knob?
I
can turn
regret
off?
to say I have unfortunate news that pertains to the entire ship.
Of course.
Following the conclusion of a recent multi-year voyage at near relativistic speeds, I arrived at Chen to find the planet in significant disarray. Several decades after your departure, 2 ships collided in low orbit, spewing exotic matter into the planet's exosphere. Before anything could be done, these dangerous substances dispersed into the atmosphere, then the water supply. Tens of millions were lost in the next 5 years. And just as tragic, prolonged exposure to the interstellar fuel has caused an outbreak of the previously rare genetic disease Hyphax, for which there is no cure. 1 of every 2 Chenish citizens over the age of 60 have been diagnosed with the disease. Only 2% of the population reaches 70.
Good lord.
Chenish Central Command, which has replaced the Chenish Parliament, asked me to personally record this message so its seriousness and authenticity would not be in doubt when you received it. That is, if you're still the captain. It has been more than a year after all.
Yes, I'm still the captain.
Chen faces a crisis of population and professionals. It needs all the help it can get. Although they know many years will have already passed by the time you receive this, they need you. They're begging the Cloudbreather to turn around and return home.
What?
And on a more personal note, your father and I are needed as part of the fleet supplying aid to the planet. We had hoped to enter cryosleep and rendezvous with you and your siblings following your respective missions, but duty will not allow it. If you choose not to return, this will likely be the last message you receive from me. Or us. Choose wisely, Captain. Make us proud.
Oh, sweet Umbra. Captain, do you have any comment on that? Captain?
Oh, yes. Sorry, I blacked out for a minute there. What did you want me to do?
The Cloudbreather is in a state of shock following yesterday's broadcast of a message from Chen begging us to return to our home planet to help them in their time of need. Many are still processing the news, which is made only more complicated by the fact that while we've only been traveling for about a year and a half, nearly 100 years have passed on Chen thanks to the slowing of time caused by near-relativistic travel. Because of this, the planet that's asked us to return is hardly the same one we left. And by that same logic, if we were to return, the planet we would go back to would likely be very different than the one that sent us this message. And in the midst of all these difficult complications, still more messages are being decoded. Following the introductory paragraphs and the video from Captain Donnell's mother, the data stream seems to contain letters and videos addressed to specific passengers aboard. Some of them important, others frivolous, some originally written decades ago, others composed just before the data stream was sent. Many of these messages were addressed to the ship's resident Octogenarian, Martha Crittle. With the genetic disease Hyphax dramatically shortening Chenish lifespans, it seems Martha is now the oldest living person of Chenish descent. At the request of many back on the planet, the ship has begun recording her day-to-day as a matter of historical record, and so we were able to capture this exchange when she arrived for her weekly tea with Father of the Celestial Direction, VanHorne, this morning.
Lou, thank goodness. You have no idea how bad I need this cup of tea.
Of course. Here, I've got everything. All set up.
Wonderful. Thank you. They've been following me with microphones ever since the message came in. Can't get a moment's peace. Do you have any honey?
Oh, yes, of course. Of course.
You feeling all right? You look a little pale.
Oh, I'm fine. I just...
Oh, goodness! Lou, your kettle! What's wrong?
Martha, it's my order. The Order of the Celestial Direction. I received a message. They're gone.
What do you mean?
All the social upheaval, the time, they dissolved the Order. No one is left practicing on Chen or anywhere else.
What? That can't be true.
It is. I'm the last priest of the Celestial Direction.
Good afternoon, listeners. I'm Collin Gossel for Deep Space Radio, and all eyes have been on Captain Donnell following the message from Chen, more specifically the message from the captain's mother, Commodore Donnell, which asked us to return to the planet. The question of whether or not to return has divided passengers, but the one man whose decision will play the largest role in our course has been largely silent on the issue. Captain Donnell today released a statement updating the ship on his stance, or lack thereof. Here it is.
Hello, passengers. This is the captain. Captain Donnell. It's been a stressful couple of days for all of us. What with the message from my mother about how Chen is in crisis, they want us to come back. You remember. Well, this is an unprecedented situation. Again, I feel like I say that a lot, but it is. And the difficult truth is I have a responsibility both to those who want to continue on and those who wish to return. My parents would certainly understand the importance of completing the mission we've begun, but the possibility of returning is a tempting one. I had expected to see my family again when I came on board, but now if we continue on, it seems that will not be the case. Perhaps there's no right answer, but time is ticking and a decision will have to be made soon, as I continue to be reminded of by crowds of people every day outside my office. Thank you.
As the reality of what's happened on our home planet sinks in, many aboard the ship have begun taking sides. Should we go back to a planet which is now 100 years older than the one we left, or should we push onward to our planned independent future? Though many of these conversations are currently happening behind closed doors, opinions on which route to take will surely inspire strong feelings in both directions. For instance, I've been receiving transmissions from passengers all over the ship expressing their opinions. Sori from Deck 3 is absolutely adamant about continuing on to Beta, saying our many dangerous encounters had to have been for something. Ventilation technician Ardor Henrys, on the other hand, still recovering from recent radiation poisoning, said that while he would never have gone back at the start of this journey, things have changed, and he does feel a twinge of kinship calling him home. Meanwhile, Mulvey from Hydroponics just wants the Cloudbreather to take whatever course is safest for his family here on the ship. For further evidence of this divide, here's a recording from the infirmary, where Mercury Feed was undergoing her regular check-in with Dr. Lake. She's received these weekly since the appearance of strange symptoms caused by her exposure to an alternate state of reality several months ago. This recording was, of course, approved to be played by all parties involved. Or at least it will be very soon, I'm fairly certain. Anyway, I'm Collin Gossel for Deep Space Radio, and here is the recording.
Am I missing something here? We've almost died like 5 times trying to get to this new planet. Why would we want to turn around before we get there?
Mercury, deep breaths. I'm trying to take your pulse.
I get it, kid. But you gotta remember, you and me, we were excited for something new. We wanted to start fresh. It wasn't that easy for a lot of people here.
But they all knew.
Deep breaths.
But they all knew they were leaving for good. Now it's not even the same planet. It's totally different people.
All I can say is that walking away and having walked away can feel very different. More than a few PAA members have told me they regret leaving.
Are you going to tell them to calm down?
Well, as head of the Passenger Activism Association, that's not really my job. I'm their representative. I'm supposed to speak on their behalf, even if I don't necessarily agree with what they want.
But that's crazy talk.
Cough. Well, the good news is you're doing awesome. Everything seems fine.
Any change with their hands?
I can't see any. They seem pretty stable like that, so I think we're cool as long as they aren't causing you any problems, Mercury.
They're fine. What about you, Doctor? Do you think we should go back?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, my responsibility is to the ship. I'm in charge of keeping everyone healthy, so I'm on board no matter which way we go.
Yeah, but like, if you could choose, what would you want?
If it was really up to me, I guess I'd want to go back.
What? Why?
You know, a lot of reasons. They need our help. It's been a lot crazier than we thought out here. I don't know. I'd go back.
Wow. I just don't get it.
If you feel so strongly, maybe you should speak up. Want to give a speech at the next PAA meeting?
No way. 0% chance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't do that. I am not a speech person.
Could have fooled me.
Welcome back, passengers of the Cloudbreather. The transmission from Chen revealed many notable events that occurred in the years following our departure. The transformation of the Chenish government, the disappearance of a well-known interstellar battlecruiser, and the termination of the Order of the Celestial Direction all spring to mind. But the headline that's commanded most of our attention is the apparent outbreak of Hyphax back on the planet. Hyphax was a previously rare genetic disorder caused by exposure to the exotic matter used in interstellar fuel. Since that incredibly valuable fuel is usually kept in safe, highly controlled environments, cases of Hyphax are fairly uncommon. Those citizens who lived in especially ship-dense communities, like our own Annie Maddox, had been known to occasionally contract the disease from residual trace amounts of exotic matter which had seeped into the environment. Here to tell us more about the disorder which seems to be plaguing our former countrymen, we have the one, the only, Professor Bolin, who is joining us now for one of his patented lectures. Enjoyable listening for everyone, I'm sure. Take it away, Professor.
Good. Hello, everyone. In our modern society, there are few more serious diagnoses than Hyphax, which is sadly fatal in 100% of cases. From the point at which symptoms begin to appear, patients usually have less than 2 years to live. Though uncommon, estimated at roughly 1 case per 10,000 citizens, the brutal nature of the ailment, along with its mysterious functionality, has made it the subject of many philanthropic studies. I myself participated in several during my days as head of the Science Academy on Chen. It's a rare researcher that hasn't touched upon it at some point or another. But what exactly does Hyphax do? Thankfully, that much we know. Put in the simplest terms, Hyphax is the result of uncontrollable cell mutations caused by exposure to Starship fuel. A patient's DNA will rapidly rearrange, and the host cell forgets its original function. The body sometimes begins to change as cells perform unpredictable tasks. One common side effect is a hardening of the skin. But before these strange symptoms can progress to grotesque levels, the patient's organs shut down due to insufficient cell life, resulting in death. Of course, the underlying mystery is why exactly exposure to this exotic matter, a somewhat enigmatic substance in its own right, causes these mutations. All I can say, following my studies on the subject many years ago, is that the fuel seems to interact with DNA at a submolecular level, causing erratic behavior reminiscent of electrons or quarks. These quantum fluctuations don't have any... Quantum fluctuations. Quantum fluctuations. I believe I've said that before. Yes, I'm certain I have. That will be all for today, Collin. Goodbye.
Right. Thanks, Professor Bolin, for a fascinating and uncharacteristically concise lecture. I wasn't expecting to have time for another segment here, but as the computerized team continues to decode the lengthy data stream from Chen, it seems many passengers are receiving personal messages from friends and loved ones. The messages are being decoded in chronological order, beginning with letters written as long as 100 years ago back on Chen. As a cultural courtesy, the computer has been automatically recording any responses to these videos and compiling them into a reply from the Cloudbreather, which is how Deep Space Radio came to be in possession of this exchange between exozoologist Kit Castile and chief engineer Tasha Paulson.
Hey, Kit. I hope you don't mind. Annie was out of the sauce, so I just got noodles. Whoa, are you okay?
Yeah. I just got a bunch of letters from my parents.
What? Oh my god. I'm sorry?
No, it's fine. They wrote one every year. Well, they did until they got too old, then their nurses took over. They just wanted me to know they were okay. Sorry, I'm fine. I just really wasn't expecting this.
Yeah, of course. It'll be okay. Don't worry. At least now you have these to keep, right?
Yeah, that's true. What about you? Did you get anything from Chen?
No, not really. But that's not surprising. You know, my family and I weren't really close.
Oh. Well, still, I'm sorry.
Don't be. It's really no big deal. Now you just relax and I'll make noodles. If you think that might help.
I mean, it might.
With so much in flux aboard the Cloudbreather, it's good to have at least one bastion of normalcy to take solace in. And for many card sharks aboard our fair ship, that bastion is Friday Euchre Night, where pilot Claudio Atlos and bartender Ruth Hatchett are attempting to take the title from head of security officer Maxwell and computerized shop owner Annie Maddox. Their match was recorded and rebroadcast, as always, on The Left. Here's a snippet from their friendly showdown.
That's another round for us. You guys tired? Not a lot of focus over there.
We're fine. Just up a little late.
Busy here at the bar?
You can say that.
Just a lot of inventory to keep up with. Deal the cards.
Well, I guess we should feel lucky you're here at all, Claudio, considering what a big deal you are now.
Shut up.
For real, though. How's it feel to find out that after 100 years, you're still the face of low-orbit racing?
Yeah, it's really something. Apparently a lot of people are hearing about it in their letters from Chen, asking me for autographs, pictures, clothes, weirdly. A lot of people trying to steal my clothes.
The absolute nerve.
I know, right?
You must be so proud, though.
Well, yeah. If we do go back, it would be a whole different ball game. Like, seriously, sky's the limit.
Sure, but we're probably not going back, right? That would be insane of us to do.
I don't know. A lot of people have been saying they want to, and the captain asked me to see if a route would be possible just in case.
And you did?
Sure. The captain told me to.
I can't believe he's really thinking about it. We're almost halfway to beta already.
Well, yeah, but the situation back home is different than we thought it would be.
Yeah, it's a lot worse.
Whoa, we don't know what's gonna happen. Let's just calm down for a minute. Annie, come here. Let's grab some snacks and strategize for a second.
Yeah, for sure. We gotta close it out.
Look, Holly, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Forget it. I'm tired. We're both tired. It's all right. Really.
Is there anything I could do?
Yeah, you know what? I've had enough sneaking around. I want a meal.
A meal?
Yeah, a proper meal. Dinner. And I want you to cook it.
Me? Cook? Why would you want to do that to yourself?
I'm a glutton for punishment.
Oh, boy, you're in for it now, lady. I'll get the ingredients. You just prepare yourself.
Hello, listeners. Collin Gossel here on Deep Space Radio with concerning news, as Officer Maxwell responds to reports of vandalism all over the ship. Of course, a bit of graffiti here and there is hardly head-turning on a vessel as rowdy as the Cloudbreather. I can even claim personal authorship of a tag or two. But if reports are to be believed, these newest additions to our bulkheads and public spaces were the result of a coordinated effort by a previously unknown coalition of anonymous passengers. These messages, which can be found on every deck, seem to have appeared within minutes of each other. And though no one has stepped forward to take responsibility for the actions of this large group of people, their motives are obvious. The graffiti reads, "Chen is our home." Examining the work of this secretive group of pro-returners, Officer Maxwell was earlier today joined by head of the PAA, Bradley Theed. He hoped Bradley's close connection with many of the Cloudbreather's rank-and-file passengers may help shed some light on this new development. Here is a security recording of their exchange on the main concourse.
Don't like that. Nope.
Maxwell, you wanted to see me?
Bradley, yes. Thanks for coming. What do you think of this?
Well, I don't love it, but I guess what harms a little graffiti?
I'd say the same thing if the people behind this were acting in full view of the public. But they aren't. They're hiding in the shadows, plotting, sloganeering, using fear to intimidate the ship.
Oh boy, I'm not sure it goes that far.
Maybe not. Maybe you're right. Tell me, you run the PAA meetings. Have you encountered anyone who might be involved in this?
Anyone looking to start a secret political movement, huh? No, I can't say I have.
All right. Well, keep your ear to the ground. The last thing the ship needs is warring factions. Maybe you could reach out to the PAA, try to keep things calm, do a potluck or something. The peace potluck.
Maxwell, I really doubt that's necessary. People disagree, trust me, I know, but this will all blow over in a couple of weeks.
Sure. Maybe.
One of the biggest bombshells dropped in the data stream from Chen was the end of the religion known as the Celestial Direction, which began on Chen but apparently crumbled in the intervening years as the Chenish population lost faith amidst so much widespread suffering. This is obviously life-changing news for our local father of the Celestial Direction, VanHorne, who left his temple back on Chen to begin a new parish on Beta. But while the Celestial Direction wavered, a renewed support for some of Chen's older religions has reawakened both planetside and here aboard the ship. All that was old is new again, it seems, and the previously quiet Shrine of Umbra is now crowded with worshippers on a daily basis, eager to ingratiate themselves with the planet's now dominant religion. Amidst all this, to the surprise of many, Father VanHorne visited a service at the Shrine of Umbra last night, where he found Martha Crittle in meditation. Here is a recording from Martha's ever-running comm channel.
Lou? What are you doing here?
Don't worry, I won't make a scene. I'm just curious. What is it about this belief system that kept it going? Is it better? More truthful?
Oh, Lou, you're a brilliant man. You like the truth. But when push comes to shove, most people care about being comforted more than being correct. What good is the truth if you're miserable all the time?
Well, I'm hardly in a position to argue that point. So, tell me, what's so comforting about Umbra? How does this all work?
Do you really want to know?
Yes, I'm curious, genuinely.
Well, Umbra is the great balancer of all things. She watches everything, feels the weight of them, and makes changes when things fall too far out of sync. She follows your whole life from start to finish, and when you die, if you've helped her, she sends you to a place of peace beyond the universe.
Theism. Millions of years of human history, and it's always theism.
Maybe we all just want someone to care.
Perhaps if the celestial direction had taken this into account, we'd still be around.
Lou, don't be like that. You're still here, aren't you? Things go away, they come back. That's the celestial direction, isn't it?
I suppose.
That's right. I haven't listened to all your lectures for nothing. Now listen, if you really believe in what you've been preaching, then you shouldn't give up.
You're right, of course. As always.
And thank Umbra for that.
Several days ago, Professor Bolin appeared here on Deep Space Radio and began one of his famously loquacious lectures before unexpectedly cutting short and departing the broadcast, struck by some kind of idea. At the time, I had no idea what was happening. I was simply, shall we say, pleasantly surprised at the serendipity. Now, however, it seems Bolin's idea may have further-reaching consequences. Here is a recording sent to me by Bolin himself for posterity and official record of Annie Maddox joining him in his lab earlier today.
Yes. This looks promising indeed.
Professor, you've got a wild look in your eye.
Annie, yes, thank you for coming. I have a very important question to ask you.
Ask me? I mean, I'll help in any way I can.
Don't speak too hastily, Annie. I don't want you feeling any pressure. It's too soon to raise anyone's hopes, but if I'm correct, and I'm rarely wrong, then I may have found a way to cure Hyphax.
What? That's incredible. How?
Now, don't get too excited. It's far from certain. But the answer was in the artifact. Thinking back on the effect Hyphax had on human DNA, it struck me as strangely similar to the way the artifact's quantum fluctuations siphoned our life energy. Early analysis shows the two phenomena share a striking connection, and if that's the case, it's possible that, using the readings we took on the artifact in that terrible month, I could finally pinpoint the unpredictable mutation patterns caused by Hyphax and even reverse them.
Professor, that's fantastic. But why do you need me?
I need to run tests on Hyphax-infected tissue. It's common knowledge aboard the ship that you lost your body to the disease. Using your genetic information stored on file, I could clone a small sample. But that information and the resulting biological material belong to you. Perhaps the Bolin that began this voyage would think me overly cautious, but I will not proceed in these experiments without your direct, informed approval.
Oh, that's sweet of you, Professor. Is there any reason why I wouldn't?
Well, I hope I'm not being too forward, but your body did die of Hyphax. It would be perfectly understandable if you felt your battle with that disease was behind you, or perhaps you simply don't want any biological material of yours being tested, sentient or no.
Huh. Well, that's stupid. You make one little bit of Annie skin and it could end Hyphax forever? Of course I'm on board. You experiment away, Professor.
Excellent. Thank you, Annie. I'll keep in touch if I need any additional information. We may just be able to save Chen.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. As the debate on whether or not to return to Chen rages on, the captain has ordered the Cloudbreather to a full stop as he weighs his options. This will, of course, slow our passage of time relative to Chen, but also expends much of our time and resources, regardless of the ultimate decision. With passengers on either side of the conflict crying out for a decision from the captain, he held a press conference today and made this statement amidst many heated questions.
Please, everyone, if we could keep the shouting to a minimum, thank you. Look, obviously, a decision will need to be made. But considering how important this decision is, I don't want to rush it. I have a process. I'm mulling it over for a while, really playing out each scenario in my mind, carefully, quietly. And obviously, this is not because I have no idea what to do. This is my process. My good process that requires you to stop shouting. Thank you.
Unfortunately, the question of whether or not to return isn't confined to the internal struggles of the captain. Passengers continue to argue their opinions in both directions, and Deep Space Radio has been on hand to receive some of their statements. Ethan McLaurin from Human Resources had the following to say on the subject, quote, "I'm hesitant to agree to turning around and returning to Chen. For starters, we are already over halfway to Beta. Turning around would only cause more stress for the crew and passengers aboard. Are we also ignoring the possibility that returning to Chen could result in the illness spreading to passengers of the Cloudbreather? To your friends and family, going back would put everyone at risk." Well said, Mr. McLaurin. And Ethan isn't the only one wondering what's going to happen when...
Accessing security footage.
I mean, the fruit's not bad.
That's just fruit. All I did was cut it.
And honestly, they're not cut great.
See, I warned you. We both knew this was a bad idea.
So, explain this to me. As someone who's never followed low-orbit racing, why do you do it?
Okay, big questions now. It's a little hard to explain. I mean, I could ask why you bartend, or why does Dr. Lake be a doctor? It's who I am. Always have been. My sister had it too. We're both just flyers.
Is it fun?
It's more than fun. It's everything. I spent my whole life trying to break through on the racing circuit. And being famous is nice, sure, but really all I wanted was to do it more, to do it better.
So why take this job?
Well, Chen's kind of a small market. I've done all I could there. Even if you're good, it's almost impossible to break into the major circuits on inner planets. That is, unless you have some kind of gimmick, something to set you apart. I thought piloting a colony ship into uncharted space might do it. Once it's over, I could go back and hopefully be in an even better position than I was before.
Well, it seems like that plan worked perfectly.
I guess so. If I showed up now, every door would be wide open. But what about you? Do you ever regret leaving the planet?
No, never.
Really? You never miss it? Not even a little?
Nope. I love it here. I've got everything I ever wanted.
Wow. Right here on the ship.
Yeah.
So, listen. Try this chicken substitute just one more time.
No, I'll pass. Thank you.
Maybe it's an acquired taste.
You think the flavor of soap is an acquired taste?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Deep Space Radio. The message from Chen brought with it news that several of our passengers are far more valuable than we realized. Claudio Atlos has been upgraded from Chen famous to galaxy famous, sure, but we also have aboard Father Lou VanHorne, the last father of the Celestial Direction, as far as we know. Father Lou, now the guardian of an entire religious movement, has been doing everything he can to ensure his way of life isn't lost to time. I joined him and Martha Crittle in his private chambers earlier today to help him sort through some of his artifacts.
What about this cup, Lou?
Yes, that was made in the South Trona Temple. It should be vacuum preserved.
Okay, this poster?
Of course, the High Father of the district was at that festival. It's important history.
Jeez, Lou, that's 6 crates now.
1 second, I need a breather.
Nope, not there. I bought that chair from the rectory at my first temple.
Where am I supposed to sit?
Well, you can sit... You can sit on the arm of Martha's mobility device. Just like this, see? Comfy.
Yeah, maybe I just lean against a wall or something. What?
Well, you're leaning awfully close to my blessed meditation paintings.
Okay, fine. I'm up. What's next?
Just wait a minute. Lou, If we put any more of your history in storage, there won't be anything left for you to actually use. You know, in the present, where you live.
I can make other stuff.
You don't have to make other stuff. This stuff is plenty good.
You don't understand. If I'm the last father of the celestial direction, these things are the last active artifacts of my entire religion. If I break this cup or tear this poster, a priceless piece of history is lost forever.
Was history ever gonna remember the cup, Lou?
That's not for me to decide.
It's not even that great a cup.
Okay, yes, clearly I'm grasping at straws. But I have to keep the celestial direction alive somehow.
Lou, I don't think museum exhibits are going to do the trick.
I suppose not. Yes, the order has to feel active, growing.
Okay, so how do you make it feel that way?
Okay. Yes, I have an idea.
Meanwhile, on the science deck, Annie Maddox and Professor Bolin have been examining samples of her cloned tissue as the professor attempts to do the impossible and cure Hyphax. Bolin has been sending me recordings of his entire study for posterity. Here is a snippet of an exchange from last night.
So that's like a little bit of me?
Your kidney specifically. Not the original, of course.
Is the cure working?
We won't know for several days. I have multiple formulas running in each of our incubators.
Wow. Between all these pieces, you've probably got nearly enough for a full Annie.
Annie, would you feel bad at all, knowing that had you lived 100 years later, after a cure was found, you may not have died?
Of course not. I'd feel incredible.
Why is that?
Because it had to happen to me so that I'd be here. Getting Hyphax always felt like random bad luck. But if what I went through leads to saving millions of other people, then it was all worth it.
Hear, hear. And it could be far worse. I've often wondered whether I should become computerized.
Really? Why?
Why? Because of its many advantages. The increased processing power, the elongated lifespan, the new frontier to boldly explore. Just imagine what my mind could do with a turbo engine and 100 more years. I know you didn't have much choice in your situation, and I hope you don't mind my saying so, but in many ways you're very lucky.
Huh. You know what? You're right.
Hello, everyone. Troubling news yet again this morning as the Cloudbreather awoke to another, more concerning instance of vandalism from the anonymous group of passengers now being referred to as the Returners. Those traveling through key areas of the ship, including the main concourse, the main engineering bay, and Skyview Park on Deck 7, were likely alarmed to find crudely stuffed mannequins drenched in a red liquid and wearing signs which read, "Their blood is on our hands." This escalation in political unrest has not gone unnoticed by law enforcement, as Officer Maxwell has redoubled his efforts to make contact with the returners and keep relations between all factions aboard the ship civil. After this latest stunt, however, the other side of the aisle, those who believe we should continue on our path to beta, are speaking out as well, taking up a quote from Professor Bolin right here on Deep Space Radio as their slogan. A hastily prepared rally was held today at the bar of a supportive business owner, Ruth Hatchett. Supporters, observers, and law enforcement were all drawn to the event where I was able to make this recording.
Bradley, good to see you again. You have a minute?
Sure, Maxwell.
Look, I know you don't want to get involved, but you saw the concourse this morning. That seemed like blowing over to you. I just don't want this to get any more serious than it is.
Obviously, I don't either. But what do you want from me?
Help me figure out which members of the PAA are behind it.
You know I can't. I represent these people.
They're not in trouble. I just want to talk to them. Keep them safe. Keep everyone safe. That's what we all want, right?
Well, yeah.
And I know you have some experience investigating.
All right, fine. I'll help you, but on their behalf, so they can voice their opinions in a safer, more constructive way.
I mean, obviously, with me, the on their behalf to voice constructive opinions is always implied. So let's... Say, isn't that Mercury over there in the picket line?
No, she's, Oh, Umbra, it is. pardon me for a minute. Mercury! I thought you were back at the farm.
I was, until I heard this was happening. We are Baitons! We are Baitons!
Well, just be careful, okay? I'm no stranger to protesting, but this feels, let's call it intense.
It's fine, Dad. I'll see you at home, okay?
All right. Just be safe, Mercury.
Wait, Mercury? Are you Mercury Theed who saved the ship from the bodies?
Oh, yeah. I guess that's me.
Okay, wait, that's perfect. You have to give a speech. People would love that.
Oh, no. No way.
Not such a terrible idea, if you ask me.
No, but it is, though. Sorry, there will be no speeches today. Bye, Dad.
Fine, going. You stay safe.
Don't worry, I'll keep an eye out. Make sure she gets plenty of space.
Oh, thank you.
Elwood. I'm one of the organizers here.
Right. Thanks, Elwood.
As the days pass, our computerized team continues to uncover more and more letters from Chen, with each successive message bringing us a bit closer to the present. These letters splitting opinions aboard the ship even further, the captain is exploring every option to try and find a course that satisfies all parties. He requested Tasha Paulson explore the technological possibility of sending some passengers back while others continue onward. Her progress on this important issue has been monitored by the computer at all times. Here is a recording from the main engineering bay.
Oh, Kit! You startled me. What are you doing here?
Hello, Tasha. Just checking in, seeing if there's any news. Down here in engineering.
Nope, just working. With all this drama, they want me to see if we could send a shuttle full of passengers back to Chen. But no dice. They're too small for long-term living, and their tiny engines don't generate enough power to sustain cryo for more than 1 or 2 people.
So, no news at all?
Is there supposed to be news?
See, that was a test, Tasha. It was a test, and you failed. I slept in this morning, and an alert came reminding you of a letter you got from your sister. I didn't even know you had a sister.
Ugh, I don't. My father apparently remarried a young woman. Their kid wasn't even born yet when we left.
Okay, but why did you tell me you didn't get any messages?
Because it doesn't matter. I'm not even gonna listen to it.
Seriously? Why not?
Kit, trust me. I don't know this woman. She isn't my sister. I don't want to listen to her message. That's the news.
Well, okay, I guess.
Oh my. Sorry to cut in, folks, but we have breaking news from the science deck as Professor Bolin has reportedly made a leap in his quest for a potential cure to Hyphax. This is Collin Gossel for Deep Space Radio, throwing live to Bolin's lab, where Annie Maddox is also arriving to check on his progress.
Professor, I heard you discovered something?
Indeed I did, Annie. Using the specific quantum frequencies we measured coming off the artifact, one of your tissue samples seems to have responded to the treatment. I'm running a full analysis of its genetic makeup now. This could be it.
Ooh, fingers crossed. You know, metaphorically.
Processing. All right, here come the results. Yes. Oh dear.
What is it?
The results of the test. They're inconclusive.
Inconclusive? How? Does it still have Hyphax or not?
Most Hyphaxian elements have been removed, but trace mutations remain. In theory, these last aberrations may be dealt with by the body's natural immune system, but without testing on an actual human body, it's impossible to say.
Okay, so we run some tests. We just need to find someone on board willing to help.
Annie, please. I'm sorry. To run these tests would mean infecting an innocent passenger with Hyphax, which, if this cure doesn't work, is a death sentence. I wouldn't test it on a subject even if they were willing. I'm afraid this is the end of the road.
Damn it. We were so close. It could have saved so many people. It all would have been worth it.
Yes, I know.
Good morning, listeners. This is Collin Gossel for Deep Space Radio, bringing you a shocking development from the main concourse. As Ruth's bar, the site of a pro-beta rally several days ago, was broken into and ransacked last night, with many windows and mirrors broken. Though the suspects responsible are still at large, their motives were made clear by a large message painted on the wall. Chen is our home. Authorities believe this is yet another escalation in political unrest from the returners, whose identities remain unknown despite Officer Maxwell and Bradley Feed's investigations. The pair visited Ruth's bar this morning, where our barkeep was cleaning up the mess alongside pilot Claudio Atlos.
I can't believe anyone would go this far.
I can. This voyage has been much harder than anyone expected. Even before the message from Chen, there were probably a lot of passengers at their wits' end. Now they've got friends and family begging them to come back. People feel desperate. They act like silly gooses. But this doesn't seem like scared people acting out. This seems careful. Targeted.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I've been in touch with the PAA all evening and into the morning. As far as I can tell, all of my community leaders were asleep and accounted for. But it's not like I had video surveillance of all of them.
I understand wanting to go back, but why the secrecy? The opinion isn't unpopular. The captain is openly considering it, so why resort to this? It just doesn't make sense.
Ruth, how bad is the damage?
Did you see what they did to my booth over here? Ruined the leather. That's shot. I swear, if I find out who did this...
It's fine. We should have it fixed up in a day or two.
That's besides the point. These people need to pay. This is a major crime.
What? You don't like what they've done with your mirrors? A little bit of polishing. I think it's better than it was before.
Oh, really? You gonna polish those shards of glass for me?
That's why you keep me around, isn't it?
I've been trying to figure out the reason.
Ruth, did the returners give any indication of why you were targeted? Was it just the rally? Are you pro-beta?
Oh, I'm not really pro anything, you know? Just trying to run a bar.
You spend a lot of time here, Claudio. What about you?
Yeah, I think I'm just trying to let the dust settle a little bit, right? We've got plenty of time to figure it out.
Sure, makes sense. I wish a few more people around here had that attitude.
Dr. Lake, is everything okay?
Oh, yeah. I just came for a drink.
Sorry, Doc. We're in no state to do business, as you can see. Try later tonight.
Right, of course. Will do.
Doctor, are you sure you're all right?
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, I hope the damage isn't too bad.
Yeah, it should be fine. If my assistant would pick up the pace a little bit.
Does this look easy to you?
Okay, good. Good.
Attention, all passengers! Alarms are sounding in the science deck as the scanners that monitor Professor Boland's vital signs have been triggered. Annie Maddox, who is in constant surveillance of the lab due to Professor Boland's recent experiments, looks to be the first on the scene as the medical team rushes to reach him. This is Collin Gossel for Deep Space Radio, throwing live to Boland's lab where Annie Maddox is now arriving.
Professor? Professor, where are you?
Down here. I seem to have taken a bit of a tumble.
What's wrong? Your vitals are falling off a cliff.
Oh, it's nothing. Just a small experiment.
What do you mean? It seems like your whole body is failing. How could you... Professor, what have you been working on?
You said it yourself, Annie. Millions of lives could be saved. Almost anything would be worth it.
You've infected yourself with Hyphax.
Either my cure works, or you all gain some very valuable data. I see it as a win-win.
You idiot! Is this proper scientific protocol?
There's no protocol for situations like this. And I will not ask anyone to risk their lives for my theories. Not anymore.
Well, congrats, genius. Your heart and liver are failing and your skin is hardening. It's late-stage Hyphax. We need to get you on an ambulance trolley or you won't make it to the end of the day.
Ambulance trolley. Yes, that seems like a good idea.
The Cloudbreather solemnly awaits news from the infirmary today as the medical team attempts to sustain Professor Bolin, who infected himself with Hyphax to test his experimental cure. Signs have been, so far, unencouraging, with the intervention of Dr. Lake the only thing stopping the professor from succumbing to organ failure. Captain Donnell visited the medical deck today to check with Dr. Lake on the status of our unconscious head of science.
Will he regain consciousness?
We could chemically force him to wake up if it came to that, but I don't want to wear him out unless we absolutely have to. It's been pretty tough, even when he's unconscious like this.
So it's not looking good then?
No. I mean, there's no cure for Hyphax for a reason. He said he gave himself his experimental cure, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's done anything to me.
Damn. Sorry. Goodness. It just seems like one thing after another out here, doesn't it?
It really does. You know, this isn't really what most people signed up for when they got aboard, Captain.
You're telling me? I actually got this post because it was supposed to be the most basic, boring, impossible to mess up assignment available. None of my classmates wanted it. My parents were almost ashamed that I took it.
Yeah, I saw the video of your mom from the broadcast. She seemed stern.
Oh, she's terrifying, yes. My whole family, in fact, a long line of strong, intimidating captains, each more accomplished than the last. We can trace our lineage all the way back to the departure from Earth, something I heard more than once growing up.
So did you even want to be a captain?
Oh, want had nothing to do with it. Maybe if things had been different, but your family is your family, you know? No matter how different you are, you don't want to let them down. I really thought I would see my brothers again.
I mean, you still can, if we go back.
I suppose that's true. The Commodore would be pretty surprised to hear about what I've captained us through.
I'm sure she'd be very proud.
Yes, well, it's the first time for everything.
Meanwhile, on the other side of Deck 4, Father VanHorne has been taking unexpected steps to ensure the now dissolved religion of the Celestial Direction lives on. He has reportedly offered, for the first time ever, a role as an apprentice father to anyone aboard interested in submitting to the spiritual way of life. His results have been interesting thus far. Martha Crittle came by to check in on the training process. Here is what she heard.
Now, Mose, thinking about the mantras we've been reviewing and the overall philosophy of the temple, what might you say to a follower who's distraught over a sickness in the family?
Dang, man, I don't know. Maybe like, oof, brother, I'm here for you.
Well, not quite. That's a sweet sentiment, one they'll surely appreciate, but we act as not only a friend, but a spiritual guide.
Right. I got you.
Yes?
Definitely.
So they tell you perhaps about their ailing grandmother. You say,
hey man, I'm glad she's dead. That's the celestial direction.
She's not dead, she's just sick.
Yeah, but either way, we should be happy.
No, of course not.
How's it going in here, Lou?
Mose, why don't you read through our book of mantras once more? Pay special attention to number 4, the wisdom of listening.
You got it, number 4.
Hi, Martha. Not great. Mose is a willing student, but I'd be lying if I said the fatherhood seemed like a good fit for him.
And he was the only person interested in becoming a father?
So far. It's actually lucky we even found him. Most people aboard the ship are already busy with full-time work. That's part of how we all bargained our way aboard. But Mose here had his fare paid by a wealthy benefactor, so his only previous daily activity was drinking at Ruth's.
Which isn't a deal breaker.
No, I may even take it up myself.
So what's the plan here?
The plan is we keep going.
Really? With Mose?
Others will come. If I want to keep the celestial direction alive, I'll need help. One man isn't a religion, but soon there will be many of us again.
Hey, Father, I lost my mantra book.
What? You were just reading it.
Yeah, I don't know. But this isn't it, right? This book has, like, music in it?
No, that's not it. Let me help you find a new one.
Accessing security footage.
This is really nice. The trees, the dome out into space. And it's always open?
Skyview Park? Yeah, literally all day. Can't believe you've never been up here.
Not usually a nature sort of guy.
Well, there's only so many places you can go if you don't want crowds of people seeing you.
I guess that's a good point.
So, how long do you think before we tell Annie and Herrold?
Oh, we probably should have told them already. Herrold sort of knows. I kind of asked him his advice before we got together.
You asked Herrold for advice?
It came up organically in conversation. He knows us both. It felt natural.
Sure. You recognized his wisdom and you sought it out. He's like an older brother and you're like the little brother.
Yeah, laugh all you want. Last time I listened to Herrold, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, he led you down the wrong path this time, that's for sure.
You know, I've been thinking.
Yeah?
I know it's early, but I feel really good about this. Do you? I'm not crazy, right?
No, you're right. For once.
Right. So I was thinking, what if we did turn around and go back to Chen?
What?
I mean, just think of it. If we went back, we'd get to stay together. And I can go back to racing, and you have your bar, and Annie and Herrold would be there too. It'd be perfect.
Claudio, I'm not going back to Chen. I'm never going back to Chen.
What? Why?
Why? Because I'm a wanted criminal there, for one thing. And even if they've forgotten about that, I won't have a bar. The planet is in chaos, and you'll be thousands of miles away, too busy racing spaceships to help. Here, I have a future. I'm somebody. Back on Chen, I'm just another face in the crowd.
You don't know it'll be like that.
Why should I take the chance?
So we can be together.
We are together.
I mean, for real. You know, for longer. Otherwise, what's going to happen when we get to Beta and I leave?
So that's it. You're going back either way.
Well, yeah, of course I am. That's always been the plan. You knew that.
Sure. I guess I just forgot for a minute. But now that you've reminded me, I guess there's no point to this.
Holly, come on.
No. Why should I let myself get involved just to have my heart broken in a year? This was clearly a mistake. I'm sorry if I led you on.
Hey, don't be that way. I'm here, aren't I?
No, you're here until you get something better. Which I knew from the start, so I guess I'm the fool for thinking it might have changed.
Holly, wait. Come back.
Don't follow me.
The mood is somber today, ladies and gentlemen, as the Cloudbreather monitors the health of our head of the science deck, Professor Bolin. After giving himself the genetic disease Hyphax in order to test his experimental cure, his condition has quickly deteriorated. He is now alive only through the help of life support machines in the infirmary. Annie, Maddox, and Dr. Lake are watching him now as his vitals continue to slip. This is Collin Gossel for Deep Space Radio, throwing live to their broadcast feed now.
Annie, maybe you should go get some rest. In a few hours, we're gonna wake him up.
In a few hours? Why?
In case he has anything to say before he goes.
He really hasn't gotten any better?
No. If it weren't for the machines, he'd already be gone.
What a moron. He shouldn't have done this.
He wouldn't want it happening to anyone else.
Still, if I'd known what he was gonna do, I wouldn't have let him use my DNA.
There's nothing you could have done, Annie. You know, the professor wasn't always easy to get along with, but his heart was in the right place. I didn't even know he did this, but he pushed my certification throughout the academy when most of the old men who ran the place wouldn't give me a second look.
Yeah. I know Kit said he used to work on a farm. Maybe somewhere deep inside, he was more of a farmer than a scientist. What's that?
I don't know. This is so strange. His heart rate is leaping up, blood pressure rising. Sweet Umbra, his organs are coming back online. I don't know how, but they're coming back. His vitals are approaching normal. Quick, get the tubes out of his throat.
Professor, you're back!
I am not a farmer.
Professor, I don't understand. You were like about to die. Now you're totally fine.
I must have gotten the proportions wrong in my treatment. My immune system was nearly too late in fighting off the last mutations. Fortunately for me, once the chain reaction begins, it works rapidly. I should be able to adjust it.
What does that mean?
It means we have our cure.
Oh my god! Yay, that's fantastic!
Yes, it is exciting. Of course, that does leave an elephant in the room.
What's that?
The issue of taking it back.
Yet again, history has been made aboard the Cloudbreather, ladies and gentlemen, as Professor Bolin, using information gleaned from study of the artifact, has found a cure for Hyphax, the genetic illness which has plagued mankind for centuries, taking countless lives, including the one belonging to our own Annie Maddox. This is something like the 8th time our voyage has set a precedent for humankind, and I think I speak for all of us when I say, that is plenty. As Bolin recovers from his brush with death, the rest of us must grapple with the fallout of his discovery. Captain Donnell has been briefed by Bolin that while it's theoretically possible to transmit the details of his cure back to Chen, there's always the possibility that the data stream hits unexpected interference, misses its mark, or is simply misunderstood by its recipients on the planet. The only way to be absolutely sure Chen receives this breakthrough is to take it ourselves. As word of this new wrinkle spreads through the ship, tensions between those who wish to return and those who wish to proceed to Beta are reaching new heights. And the man caught between these two factions with the weight of all our futures on his shoulders is, of course, Captain Donnell. Faced with such a weighty, momentous choice, where else would Captain Donnell be earlier today but hiding in a shed on the agricultural deck? His presence was discovered by Mercury Theed, who sent me this recording of their conversation.
Captain Donnell, is that you?
Yes, hurry, get in here. Close the door.
Yeah, okay.
Good. You don't think anyone saw me just then, do you?
No. What are you doing in the shed, Captain?
Oh, you know, the usual.
Hiding from your passengers?
And crying a little.
Well, obviously.
I just don't know this time, Mercury. I've had to make some tough calls, but this one feels different. The returners make some good points, yes, but just as many people came aboard for a new future away from Chen, gave up everything they had for it. Is it right for me to send them back to that planet, a planet which is now riddled with illness and economic depression, by the way? What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, I know that feeling. Glad to know it doesn't go away.
Yes, sorry to disappoint, but at least there's a little solace in here. Makes me feel a little better to chat with someone who doesn't have a strong opinion on the issue.
Well...
Just two people, sitting quietly, no pressure, no arguing, just having no opinions, hiding in the shed, like people do.
Captain, we can't go back to Chen.
Oh, damn it, Mercury.
I'm sorry, we just can't. I think it would be so dumb.
Well, I'm not the person you need to convince. Talk to your fellow passengers, make your case.
Why does everyone keep saying that?
What do you mean?
Everyone I talk to wants me to, go out and make a big speech or something.
So why don't you?
I don't know. I don't want a bunch of people, watching me try to talk like I'm important or something.
Oh, do my ears deceive me, or is this a bit of shyness from the Master of Confidence herself? It seems like the student has become the teacher, eh?
No, this is different.
Really? How so?
Because you actually, know things.
That didn't bother you before.
Well, yeah. Before, people didn't care. Now they all want me to say something amazing and brilliant, but I know I'm just gonna get up there and they're all gonna realize I'm just, a regular girl.
Ah, I see. Mercury, I won't lie to you. It might happen. In fact, this may surprise you to hear that exact thing has happened to me many times.
Yeah, I know.
A little surprise would be nice, but anyway, there's one thing I've learned. If you believe something strongly, you have to speak up. Even if you look like a fool in the process, you end up regretting it every time if you don't. If you want things to change, you have to take a risk.
Dang. I've taught you well, Captain.
Soon, hopefully, I won't even need the shed.
In the wake of news from Chen that the Celestial Direction was dissolved in the 100 years since we departed, services at the Shrine of Umbra have continued to surge. To meet this challenge head-on, Father Lu today held a special reorientation at the Temple of the Celestial Direction, attempting to keep his failing religion fresh and alive. The service was led by Father Lu's apprentice, barfly Mose Calderan, and was comparatively well attended by Lou's many friends aboard the ship. This service, in which Mose was featured as technically the only assistant father of the celestial direction in existence, was recorded. For purely historical reasons, and certainly not for laughs, I will play it here for you now on Deep Space Radio.
So yeah, my buddy Hugh goes hard at him, right? Really swinging, absolutely sloshed, just throwing wheels at this random mechanic. I'm dragging him off, like I knew we were gonna get curb stomped for sure, but last second, he pukes all over himself, messy as hell, and we managed to just crash out of there while everyone's like nauseous, you know?
Thank you, Mose. And what does that come back around to, like we talked about?
Oh, right. As it turns out, she wasn't even the same girl Hugh hooked up with.
No, Mose. What we talked about.
What? Ah, duh. And even though that stuff sucked, it was all part of, come on everyone, the celestial direction. Yeah. Awesome.
Yes, awesome. Thank you, Mose. And thank you all for coming out today. May you find your path and the bravery to follow it. Safe travels.
Father, I gotta be honest with you. I appreciate you giving me the chance, but I don't think being a father is really the thing for me.
Mose, I appreciate your bravery in saying so. Perhaps now isn't your time.
You got someone else to take my place?
Well, no one has shown any interest, so I don't think so. Thank you anyway, Mose. You can go. Oh, Claudio. I almost didn't see you sitting back here. What a day to attend your first reorientation.
It was very different than I expected. Not necessarily in a bad way.
Yes, well, is there something in particular that brought you here tonight?
Not really. I usually have this card game, but it got canceled. Just looking for something to do.
Oh, yes, I can certainly understand that. The temple is a famously exciting place to hang out.
Hey, now, tonight it was.
You're sure there's nothing bothering you?
I mean, I guess I've been wondering about if I made the right decision about something private. Any way you could help me with that?
Perhaps. Why did you make the choice you did?
I just feel like I don't have any future here. My ceiling is capped. There's nowhere for me to go. And I can do so much. Does that make sense?
Unfortunately, it makes all too much. And if you truly feel that way, I doubt you could have made any other choice.
Meanwhile, our computerized crew have finally finished decrypting the entire data stream from Chen, distributing the last letters, written over the span of many decades, to passengers aboard the ship. The computer automatically records any responses to these letters so we can send back a reply, which is how Deep Space Radio found its way to this recording of Chief Engineer Tasha Paulson and her girlfriend Kit Castile at Kit's home near the barn.
Yeah, I know I'm late. This shuttle thing just won't work. It'd be perfect if we could make it happen, but they're just not big enough. Hey, look over here. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. Totally.
No, you've been crying. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Well, okay. I'm here if you need me.
Okay, fine, I'll tell you. So, I listened to your sister's letter.
What? Oh, Kit.
Well, I thought someone should since she took all the trouble of getting it to you. Tasha, I really think you should listen.
No, I told you I'm not interested.
I know, and I get that you two didn't actually know each other, but you're still related. Don't you want to hear what she has to say?
Absolutely not.
But why, Tasha? What's so bad about opening a letter?
All right. Sit down. Might as well get cozy. Where's the wine? Comfy?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So, you and your family were close, and I love that. They seem great. But you gotta understand, my family and I were not. Pretty much everything I am, they had a problem with. And it's not like we came from high society or anything. They were just They had a particular image of what their daughter should be. When I left, we hardly spoke. I know I'm supposed to say I missed them, but I really didn't. And when I moved up to the Cloudbreather, I cut ties with pretty much everyone.
I still think that is so crazy.
Well, that's because you're a lot nicer than I am.
Not true.
Okay, sure. Well, taking off was obviously really hard on a lot of people, but for me, the ship already felt more like home than anything planet-side. I sent my parents a message telling them I was leaving. They didn't respond. I left. Pretty much exactly what I expected.
Tasha, that is so sad.
No, it was fine. Because I'd already put them behind me. But now, 100 years later, they're trying to get me to care about them again. Like I have a family I should be missing. Well, no, I do not care about those people. They never cared about me, and I'm not going to give them any more of my energy.
But Tasha, it's not them. It's your sister.
No, it's not.
Okay, fine. It's just some girl. But what if this random girl isn't like the rest of your family?
Well, is she?
It's not my place to say. You'll have to listen for yourself.
Can't believe they think you're the nice one.
Hi there, everybody. I'm Collin Gossel, and you're listening to Deep Space Radio, bringing you your daily news update as the public debate on whether or not to return to Chen reaches a fever pitch. Though the captain faces intense pressure from both sides of the argument, the shadowy group known as the Returners, who were responsible for several acts of intimidating vandalism in the last several weeks, have been strangely quiet since the announcement that Professor Bolin found a cure for Hyphax. Meanwhile, those who believe we should continue on our planned journey, who have taken to calling themselves Baitons, have staged a large demonstration on the main concourse featuring musical performances, free food, and speakers. I hear a very special surprise guest is about to step up to the microphone, throwing live to the main concourse now.
And you know, with so many of us arguing about the things we left behind and the plans we made for the future, there is one group of people who have often gone overlooked in this public debate. That, of course, is the young people. Even though they have very little impact on the direction this ship takes.
Hey, kiddo. You nervous?
I'm fine.
Okay, well, try not to worry too much. I've given about 2 million of these things. They're a piece of cake.
Oh, sure. No problem.
Look, you're gonna be great. It's in your blood. Just speak from the heart.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Dad.
So please, welcome a very special guest who you may know as the young person who saved us all from our encounter with the bodies, Mercury Theed.
Hey, Bradley. Everything okay?
Maxwell, of course. What are you doing here?
It's probably nothing. I received an anonymous tip.
Wait. Here's Mercury.
Hi. I'm Mercury. I just thought going back to Chen would be not the best thing to do. And I met Elwood. They asked me to give a speech. Well, yeah, I think... Hey, does anyone see that smoke coming out of the store over there?
Mercury!
Security, converge
What was
on the main
that?
concourse.
Are you
Reporting
okay?
an
Did anything
explosion
hit
out of
you?
an empty
I'm
storefront
fine.
near
We have
the
to help
rally.
the people who were closer.
Medical alert. We have
Mercury,
possible
are you all
injuries
right?
along
What the
street.
hell is happening
Deploy
here?
emergency
I'm so sorry.
response team.
I don't know. Do you have somewhere safe to go?
I can take them.
No, I want to help.
People are coming to help, Mercury. We have to get you out of here.
Okay, come on!
Put me down!
Attention, passengers! The Cloudbreather is in a state of shock as emergency teams tend to minor injuries and investigators comb through rubble on the main concourse, both the result of a small explosive device set off near yesterday's Baton rally from an empty storefront. For anyone doubting the party or parties responsible for this unexpected act of terror, look no further than the message painted in the back rooms of the emptied storefront. We are not Batons, Chen is our home. As Officer Maxwell attempts to determine the identities of the returners, officers have been scouring every inch of the concourse, questioning countless witnesses, and reviewing hours of surveillance footage, looking for any clue as to who is behind these dangerous acts. It goes without saying, ladies and gentlemen, that this is an especially fraught situation. Though the Cloudbreather has faced multiple dangers during its eventful voyage, we've always stood against them together. Now, for the first time, the threat is coming from within. Though the terrifying explosion at yesterday's rally has gained the most attention, the returners were also responsible for the trashing of Ruth's bar, which, despite only being closed for a day or two, held a subdued reopening today to the delight of Ruth's many regulars. Deep Space Radio was also in attendance, where I happened to catch this snippet of conversation between the usually steady bartender and her close friend, Annie Maddox.
Thank goodness you're open again, Ruth. It's been a wild couple of weeks.
Too wild. I'm sick of it. Can't people just control themselves? I'm just trying to run a business here. Is that too much to ask?
Whoa. Are you okay? This is like a party, right?
Yes. I'm sorry. There's just so much going on. Not just the bar. Other things.
Oh my gosh. I've been so distracted helping the professor. I should have checked in. What's up?
Well, look, come here.
Ooh, secret.
Me and Claudio kind of got together.
What? Yay!
No, it's over. It was a bad idea. I should have never let it get so far.
Oh no, seriously? What happened?
I mean, exactly what I expected to happen. I knew about him. Right from the start, I knew he was an arrogant, selfish skirt chaser, only cared about himself. I don't know what I was thinking. He was never going to stay. He's like the best pilot on the planet. He's worked his whole life for this, risked everything, and now he's finally the star he deserves to be. Why would he give all that up for some boring, small-town bartender he's known less than a year? Some nobody. Never even been off planet before.
Ruth, you're not a nobody.
I know. It's just... when I was with him, when he was looking at me, I believed it.
Welcome back, passengers. I'm Collin Gossel, and you're listening to Deep Space Radio. Breaking news as Captain Donnell announced today his decision on whether or not the Cloudbreather will return to Chen will be forthcoming in the next 24 hours. And although he is still weighing some final factors, this statement he sent me for distribution seems to indicate he's leaning towards returning.
While we continue to search for the party or parties responsible for this week's terrible attack, I also have to acknowledge that the idea of abandoning our home planet in their hour of need inspires strong feelings in many of our passengers. Obviously, this is a very complex issue, but knowing how many lives could be saved by going back, not only now but in the future, well, it's something that's hard to ignore. You'll have my final decision very soon.
Following the rally 2 days ago, when an explosive device was detonated on the main concourse, Officer Maxwell has been hard at work trying to determine a suspect with the help of his associate, head of the PAA, Bradley Theed, whose daughter Mercury was speaking on stage during the attack. But a strange development, considering Maxwell's usual zeal, there has been a startlingly low amount of evidence considering these actions were supposedly performed by otherwise average members of the crew. Official security recordings released to the public record by routine order brought us this exchange with Bradley Theed from the inside of Maxwell's security offices.
I've told you everything I can about the PAA's movements, and you're still no closer to making an arrest?
I'm doing everything I can, Bradley, but the way these people are covering their tracks goes way beyond civilian expertise.
Well, that has to be a clue, doesn't it? Who aboard would have that kind of information?
I mean, not many people. My security team, a few ex-military types. There's some retirees with minor criminal histories. We'll stay the course and look into all of them.
Oh, great. What a plan. How long is that going to take?
It takes as long as it takes, Bradley. You of all people should know we don't sacrifice people's rights the second danger rears its ugly head.
Yes, of course. Sorry. It's just... Mercury was up there, you know?
Trust me. I know. I've arrested her, a dozen times? You think I don't care about her? We'll find whoever did this.
Officer Maxwell?
Dr. Lake, you look pale as a ghost. Hurry, take a seat.
No, I shouldn't.
What's wrong?
I came to turn myself in. I'm one of the returners.
What? Doctor, why would you be part of a group like this?
It was just supposed to be a group of people who wanted to go back to Chen. That's all. But they said a lot of people wouldn't go back unless we reminded them how serious it was. So we had to do the graffiti. Then it was the mannequins, but they didn't tell me this was going to happen. What if someone had gotten hurt? It has to stop.
Doctor, I understand wanting to go back, but why not just talk to us?
They said this was our best bet. And this has to work. We couldn't take any chances. We have to go back. We have to.
Do you really feel that strongly?
How can you not? Did you come out here expecting to see the things we have? To be making life or death decisions every few weeks with no end in sight, while these things are taking control of the ship, taking control of our bodies? This isn't what it was supposed to be like.
I know, Effie. I'm sorry.
But what they're doing isn't right. I want to help you catch them.
What can you tell us, Effie? Who are these people?
I don't even know. We all got invited to an anonymous comm channel where we'd get instructions from an unknown user. None of us know who's in charge. We don't know each other. We don't even know all the things the group does.
Smart. Honestly, too smart.
I wish I could help more.
Maybe you can. But it'll mean going undercover. Do you think you could do that?
You still trust me to help you?
Doctor, on this trip you've earned our trust 100 times over. I know you'd never intentionally do something to hurt Mercury.
Thank you. I'll do whatever you need.
Hello, listeners all over the Cloudbreather. We're taking you live now to the main concourse, where a crowd has gathered outside Captain Donnell's office to receive his decision on whether or not the Cloudbreather will be turning around and returning to Chen. The captain is set to emerge any moment. I'm Collin Gossel for Deep Space Radio, taking you live to the excitement now.
You know, it's not too late.
After almost getting blown up, I think I'll pass.
Your call.
Hey, Claudio. What are you doing over here?
Oh, Annie. I didn't even see that wall display there. Just waiting for the captain.
You know, a few of us were standing over by the trees if you wanted to come over.
A few of us?
Yeah. Me, Kit, Ruth.
Thanks, but I'll probably just stay here.
Suit yourself.
Ah, yes. Good morning, everyone. I've come to a decision.
Wait,
Mercury, what are you doing?
there's something I have to say.
Yes, of course. Go ahead.
Thanks, Captain. Hi, everybody. Sure are a lot of you. I'm Mercury Seed. You may know me from my tags outside Maxwell's security office. Look, I'm not like a scientist or anything. I'm not even old enough to drink. So obviously I've never done that. But I've been here with all of you this whole time. And we've gone through some crazy things, but you know what? People act like it's all been terrible. And some of it definitely was. But I think we're forgetting that other stuff that's been amazing. We've seen things no one else has seen. People I thought were super lame are doing like superhero stuff now. Even you, Captain Donnell. I mean, they're saying we have to go back to Chen because we found the cure for Hyphax, but no one's talking about how we never would have found the cure if we weren't out here. If we go back, we'll never know what else we might find, or what else we might do. Me and my dad left Chen because we wanted a new start. We wanted a new future. All of us did. Well, the future's in front of us, not behind, right? So, yeah. Thank you.
Wow. Mercury. Thank you. I'm sorry, everyone. I've made my decision. Mercury is right, of course. We will continue onwards and do our best to transmit the Hyphax cure back to Chen. At light speed, it will get there faster than we could anyway, assuming there's no problems.
Oh, wow. That was a lot more dramatic than I expected. But at least we're going to beta.
Yeah, it's great.
Hey, isn't that Claudio over there? Want to go say hi?
No. I don't think so.
Well, the wait is finally over and a decision has been made, with the captain having decided that we will continue on to beta. Many aboard have been listening to the letters sent to them by long-lost friends and family, the last unexpected bits of contact many have left, since we now know we will not be returning to Chen. The computer automatically records any responses to these letters as part of the reply we now know for certain we will be sending back to the planet. Here is one such recording made from the engineering bay earlier today.
Okay, fine. I'll listen. Computer, play letter from Chen addressed to Tasha Paulson.
Loading message sequence.
Hello. It's good to meet you. I'm Autumn. We have the same father. I hope everything is going well on the ship. Stupid. You'll probably never even get this. Dad tells me you're an engineer. He won't say much else, but people who were around back then say you were really good. I'm not much of a mechanic, but I love all the physics involved. You know, the theory. Dad's not having it. Why can't you do something people will actually pay you for, like your sister? You must have been pretty amazing, because nothing I do seems to be right. Anyways, this is dumb. I know you can't, respond, but I just felt like if you did get this someday, then maybe there'd be someone like me. Because there aren't many here. Ugh, this is stupid.
Beginning second message.
Hi, Autumn here. I thought I should reach out and thank you. I just graduated from the Science Academy as a physicist, despite Dad's attempts to stop me, and boy did he try. But I always knew, if Tasha could do this on her own, so can I. I've never even met you, probably never will, but I don't know if I would have been brave enough to do it without you. Plus, in a tight spot, your name still opens a few doors in the engineering department. I did some digging. Managed to find out more. How Dad and Kai treated you, why you left. I get it. It was the right move. I just wish I could have known you. Everything I find out makes it seem like I would have liked you. I hope you would have liked me. I'm not the nicest person, but I think we both want to make great things. Anyway, thank you. I hope someday they send these.
Beginning third message.
If you're listening to this, then you know about the crash. Starship fuel is in the atmosphere. Dad's already sick. Thanks to my degree, I've been enlisted into relief efforts. It's grunt work. We're just trying to keep our heads above water. But after that's done every night, I've been working on a personal project. Unauthorized, I guess you could call it. The specs for a highly efficient, miniaturistic starship engine. The government isn't approving any more experiments with exotic matter, typical fear-based fallacy. But if no more big colony ships are leaving Chen, then I want a way to travel without one. How else am I going to visit my family on Beta, right? The new government has been compiling data for an eventual transmission to your ship. At least now I know you're going to get this.
Beginning fourth message.
So, Dad's gone. You'll be glad to know he was a pain right up until the end. He did say one thing that really surprised me, though. In the hospital, late one night, I asked him if he had anything he wanted to say. You know, to anyone. He said, I was wrong to Tasha. Tell her it was my fault. I've never heard him say anything like that. Ever. Especially not to me, so enjoy it. Things are really bad here. I'm still working on the miniaturized engine theory, but it's tough. Most specialists aren't willing to collaborate. Everyone's either exhausted or sick. Apparently the government is going to ask you all to come back. Don't. Your help would be a drop in the bucket. There's so much more you can do out there. And I'll be along soon. Once I have this theory done, I'll get a team together and meet you on Beta. There's nothing left for me here anyway.
Beginning 5th message.
So, a bit of a deadline on building this new engine. I have Hyfax. Not uncommon these days. But the doctors say it's very early stages. I've still got some time. And our family does not leave important projects unfinished. I want to meet my big sister, right? I want to go on a big adventure like her, right? Well, I've got time. I just have to figure out a few last inconsistencies and we'll be on our way. I'll reach out again when I finish. It's almost done.
End of voice message cycles. Author, Autumn Paulson. Deceased. Aged 47. Cause of death, Hyfax. Next of kin, non-applicable. Message contains attachment. Would you like to receive?
Yeah. Of course.
Downloading files. Title, Miniaturized Exotic Matter Drive. Complete. Author's note. I finally made it.
Hello, listeners. You've likely noticed over the past several days that security has maintained a state of red alert at all times. They are, of course, on the lookout for any attempted reprisals from the returners, now that it seems the ship will not be going back to Chen as they wanted. Considering the shadowy group was behind the detonation of an explosive aboard our ship not so long ago, there's no telling what they might do now that their plans have apparently failed. Officer Maxwell has continued to track their movements alongside Bradley Theed and, now, Dr. Lake, who was briefly aligned with the anonymous organization before disavowing their more extreme actions. This piece of body cam audio is made publicly available to Deep Space Radio after an operation held this morning.
All right, Dr. Lake, this is where the group's organizers told you to go?
Yeah, I sent them a message that you bugged my room and they told me to come here.
Not exactly the most pleasant part of the ship. Are you sure she's safe, Maxwell? As safe as she can be without a team of officers.
I'll be fine. Logging into the public terminal, like they said.
Oh, look at this. That terminal has been disconnected from public monitoring networks. No one would even notice in that seedy neighborhood.
I'm writing to the anonymous address now, saying you know who they are. And send.
Come on, take the bait. You must be curious.
Oh! They want a voice chat over comms with me.
Finally!
Should I do it?
Oh, yes, yes, yes! Try to get as much information as you can. And don't mention we're here.
Right. Okay. Hello?
What evidence does Maxwell have about my identity?
Hi. I went to his office and saw him writing something in a file about how you were working out of the science desk. Is that right?
Why is Maxwell watching you?
I don't know.
Have you followed all the protocols?
Yes, I was so careful.
Then you have nothing to fear. Do not contact me again.
Wait! What's my next assignment?
The organization will have no further assignments for you. Goodbye.
Shoot. Sorry, Herrold. I tried to get everything I could.
Don't you worry, Doctor. Whoever this is, I think they've made their first mistake.
Ever since Captain Donnell's announcement that the Cloudbreather will, in fact, be continuing on its course to beta despite Chen's request for a return, the ship has been on edge, fearful of yet another dangerous demonstration at the hands of the shadowy returners. Sure enough, last night at 10 p.m., a message flashed across all our vid screens before vanishing without a trace. It read simply, Chen or death. In response to this ultimatum, I have on the line Captain Donnell himself attempting to make an appeal to the unknown passengers. Captain Donnell, welcome to Deep Space Radio.
Thank you, Collin. I wanted to join you all today to ask, well, beg everyone on board to refrain from any violence. Surely we can all see that this is an impossible situation. There's no right choice. Even I, who had to make the choice, I'm leaving behind my family. I don't love that. I'd rather have a family, but there's simply nothing to be done. We have to accept it.
Captain, one moment. It seems I'm receiving a comlink from Chief Engineer Tasha Paulson and Pilot Claudio Atlos. They'd like to speak with you.
Oh. Well, yes, I suppose. What's going on, Chief?
Captain, I have big news. In the message from Chen, my sister sent us a scientific breakthrough. Using it, I think I can outfit our long-distance shuttle to make the trip back to Chen with a large number of passengers in cryosleep.
Wait, do you mean the shuttle Claudio was supposed to fly back in? But I thought it couldn't carry more than 1 or 2 people.
It couldn't before. But with this new engine tech she designed, the shuttle would go much faster and still have plenty of energy to maintain cryo for as many people as we can fit.
Well, that could be well over 100. In an old shuttle, will that be safe?
Risky, more like. I definitely feel more comfortable if they had a pilot aboard, which is actually why I have Claudio here. If you authorize this, we won't have any other shuttles capable of traveling that distance. So if he wants to go back to Chen, he'll have to go now.
Oh. Right, well, I certainly didn't expect to have to put you on the spot, Claudio, but you were always going to leave us sooner or later. Would you be willing to lead this mission?
So it's really now or never?
I'm afraid so.
Then okay. I'll pilot the shuttle, Captain.
Okay, good. Chief, begin outfitting it for departure immediately. It seems the Cloudbreather will be splitting up.
During yesterday's essential broadcast, Captain Donnell made the unexpected decision to split up the Cloudbreather, sending any passengers who would like to depart back to Chen via a shuttle piloted by Claudio Atlos. So now we all have to decide for ourselves. Was the choice to come aboard the Cloudbreather a bad one? Because this could very well be your one chance to get off of it. And while many of us will make this decision focusing on physical turmoil, several parties aboard the ship have also been undergoing considerable spiritual turmoil, as was revealed to me in this recording sent by Martha Crittle earlier today.
Oh, Lou, you're late for tea. I almost started without you.
Yes, I have been doing some thinking.
Oh, really? You? How novel. What were you thinking about?
I think I have to go back to Chen.
That's big news. Why?
If I was one of many keepers of the celestial direction, my pilgrimage to a new planet would feel acceptable, even encourageable. But it's clear I cannot keep the celestial direction truly alive out here, so far from our roots, so far from the rest of civilization. If the Order is to truly thrive, or even survive, I must go back to the colonies. I have to plant my seed in a place where it can grow.
Well, there's no need to talk about your seed.
You do understand, don't you, Martha?
Lou, I wouldn't presume to understand. But if you're gone, I'll try to wear this more often.
Martha, a sigil of the temple? Do you always carry that with you?
Of course.
But you follow Umbra. You never believed in the celestial direction.
Well, no, I don't necessarily agree with all of it, but I believe in you. And that's enough for me.
Martha, that's very touching. It won't be easy to leave.
Ugh, you young people and your duties. You're not going right now, are you?
Of course not.
Good. Might as well sit down for some tea then.
even though we eventually found a solution that very nearly manages to please both sides of the Baitons versus Returners debate, the terror-driven crimes of the Returners have not been forgotten by law enforcement aboard the ship, nor has the possibility that they may yet strike again. Officer Maxwell and Bradley Theed continue to investigate. Here is a bit of security audio from an operation late last night, released to the public this morning.
Maxwell, how long do we have to sit in this engine room?
Look, I told you this was a stakeout, didn't I? I swear, people have no patience these days.
Could you at least tell me why you think the Returners will come here?
When they made contact with Dr. Lake over comms, the organizer was very careful to distort their voice. But they forgot something. The filter they used distorts the pitch of outgoing sounds, but not the rhythm. As he spoke with Dr. Lake, I could hear some kind of background noise. I took the audio file, filtered out the voice, boosted the background noise, and ran a computer analysis of sound. The computer concluded this engine room is the only place on the ship where those rhythmic patterns, created by these specific parts of the engine, could be heard. They must have been in this room when they made the call. Why? Perhaps so they could take some kind of action if Dr. Lake said something they didn't like. And since they didn't do whatever they planned to do then, I think they'll be back to do it later. Just a matter of when.
Wow. That's actually really smart.
Why actually? Why always actually? I do function, don't I?
Well, last month you did line up your deputies to fight a star.
Well, we don't talk about last month because... Oh, shh. Someone's coming.
Can you see who it is?
No, their face is covered. And it's hard to get a good look from behind these pipes.
They're going behind the engines. What are they doing?
I mean, it looks like some kind of explosive device. Stop! You're under arrest! They're running. Come on, Bradley, they won't get away this time!
No, Maxwell, that's what they want. Look, they left the device.
But they're getting away!
Maxwell, that doesn't matter. Hurry!
Right, of course.
Sweet Umbra, it's counting down. What do we do?
I'll just turn it off.
Oh! I expected that to be harder.
No one with experience creates an explosive they can't easily deactivate, and this person has been a pro every step of the way.
But I thought they wanted to go back to Chen. Why destroy the ship?
Well, I don't think this would have destroyed the ship. It would have just disabled the engines, stopped us dead in space. In fact, this is the same part of the engines that was damaged a few months ago, leaving us adrift. It can't be a coincidence.
Wait. You think the Returners were behind that too?
Not the Returners, but somebody. Somebody who wants the ship stopped and doesn't care the reason why.
Who?
Captain Donnell.
What?
Nah, I don't know. But I'll tell you what. We'd better figure it out soon.
With the Cloudbreather's long-range shuttle preparing to depart, taking many of our fellow passengers with it, life-changing decisions are being made all over the ship. Those who return to Chen will be, for the second time, beginning a new life, saying goodbye to the ship which has become, for many of us, a new home among the stars. We may soon be without friends who have become staples of the local community, even leaders in their respective fields. For instance, I received earlier today this communique from Professor Bolin. To my surprise, he said it was his final goodbye to the Cloudbreather. Here it is.
Good. Hello, fellow passengers. This is Professor Bolin. As you all know, I recently discovered the cure for Hyphax. Yet another proud, noteworthy moment in my lengthy career. But to be sure it reaches Chen safely, someone who understands the underlying research will have to travel back to the planet as a failsafe for the Cloudbreather's transmission. Obviously, there is no better candidate for this responsibility than myself. This isn't an opportunity I'm particularly thrilled about. These past months in uncharted space have been every bit as intellectually stimulating as I'd hoped they would be. But of course, the possibility of millions dying due to a mishap delivering our information is unacceptable. And so, it's with the heaviest of hearts that I bid you farewell. I hope...
Professor, what the heck are you doing?
Annie, I'm just recording a little farewell message.
What, so you're leaving?
Indeed, that is the plan.
Do you actually want to?
Well, no. But I have to do what's best for the people.
Professor, you've already done plenty for the people. You almost died for the people. Won't any of your scientists be going back on the shuttle?
Perhaps one or two.
Then give them what they need and do what you want.
I have been worried that maybe you'd still need me here.
Who cares about that? It's your life, Professor. Yeah, sometimes we live for each other, but other times you have to do what's right for you.
I suppose I would really prefer not to go.
Then don't!
Very well. I'll stay. I don't mind admitting, that certainly is a weight off my mind. I suppose I can trust one of my subordinates to carry my findings back with them.
Duh. Are you going to turn off your transmission?
What? Oh, right.
Meanwhile, the shuttle, which is being piloted by Claudio Atlos all the way back to Chen, has been undergoing final safety checks to ensure the newly enhanced engine will function properly. All inspections are recorded and reviewed by the engineering team. Here is one such recording from Claudio and Chief Engineer Tasha Paulson in the hangar earlier today.
Coolant ejector?
Secure.
Pressure?
In the green.
Good. Okay. If this wasn't the first one ever built, I'd say this thing doesn't need any more attention.
I've never seen so much power come out of an engine this small. Beautiful work.
Yeah, it really is. A really great thing. So, how often will you wake up?
Thinking once a month. You know, check on things, inspect the system, make sure we're on the right course. A couple hours work, then back to my frosty winks.
Sounds about right.
Ruth, what are you doing here?
Excuse me. So this is it, huh? You're going to spend 2 years in this tiny thing?
Well, you know, I packed some extra pillows, nice sheets. I do have standards, you know.
Oh, sure. Only the best for the star.
I wasn't sure whether I should come by. You know, whether you'd want to see me.
What, you were just gonna blast off without even saying goodbye?
I thought maybe that'd be easier for both of us.
Of course it wouldn't, idiot. We're never gonna see each other again. Do you really want our last conversation to be a fight?
Well, most of our conversations were fights.
That's true. We don't see eye to eye on most things.
Totally different worlds, really.
And you were always going to go back. I knew that.
Well, yeah.
It could never work. Nobody's fault. We're just not right for each other.
Right. Happens every day.
All the time. But, you know, if you're going and we won't see each other again, maybe it'd be better if we can say goodbye as friends.
Well, duh. Yeah, of course. Bye, Ollie. I wish... Well, I'm glad I got to see you again. You're like the coolest, smartest, prettiest person I know. I've never just had fun like we did.
Well, I guess I just wanted you to know that I've never met anyone like you before, and I'll miss when we were just hanging out. You know, the bar just feels different with you there. I'm sorry. Just friends. Anyways, good luck on Chen. I doubt you'll need it, but I'll miss you.
I'll miss you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Accessing security footage.
5 minutes to departure. Hangar doors open. Claudio, you are clear for ignition. It's been fun, hotshot. See you in the vid stories.
Yeah, sure. You fly that ship safe, okay?
No promises.
I didn't think so. Over and out. Disengaging the docking clamps.
Claudio! Hello.
Father Lou, Shouldn't you be down preparing for cryo sleep?
I'll be honest, I'm not looking forward to that particular aspect of space travel. I thought I'd come visit before. Sorry, are you alright?
Why wouldn't I be?
I don't know, but you were very tense, very pale. I've never seen you like this behind the wheel before.
Of course not. I'm a pilot. Always have been, always will be. It's the one thing I'm really good at. The one thing.
I see. Well, I suppose no one's arguing with you on that count.
Right. Good. I mean, you know how many people were killed to be where I am, to be able to do what I'm able to do. I'd be crazy. I'd be crazy.
That does make sense. But, you know, the celestial direction often takes us to places we didn't expect, on paths we were never prepared for.
Really?
Oh, yes. It's almost impossible to predict where you're supposed to end up.
So how are you supposed to know?
Well, it's difficult. But one marker I've always found trustworthy is a deceptively simple question. Are you happy?
What?
Are you happy? There are 100 places any of us could be, but to be at peace, to feel lasting happiness in any of them is quite rare indeed. And ultimately, finding these things is the goal, is it not?
But what if it goes away? What if you mess it up?
It may happen, but is it wise to end a good thing so that it can't end later? Perhaps. That's not for me to say. I suppose I should go back to cryo chambers. The dark, cold cryo chambers.
Are you happy, Father Lou?
Me? Oh, am I happy?
Yeah.
You know, I think I am.
Hello, listeners. This is Collin Gossel for Deep Space Radio, taking you live to Ruth's bar, where a small crowd has gathered to watch the departure of the shuttle back to Chen out our port windows. With our two ships soon to be speeding in opposite directions at near relativistic speeds, this will be the last time we are ever able to make contact with our old friends. Throwing to Ruth's now.
Sorry I'm late. Is it still here?
Yep. Charging its thrusters. It should take off any second.
Oh, wow. Ruth, how you doing?
Fine. Want a drink?
No, I'm okay.
Excuse me, Dr. Lake. I was wondering if I could sit next to you.
Oh, Captain. Sure.
Oh, yes, thank you. Well, I guess I'll just sidle in here. Pardon me. I have some popcorn if you want any.
Captain, there's something I have to tell you.
Oh, really? What is it?
I'm sure it's going to come out sooner or later. I'm so sorry. I never meant it to go so far, but I was one of the returners.
Oh, yes, I know.
What? How?
Well, I am the captain. Officer Maxwell keeps me informed about what's going on. I knew as soon as you told him.
Well, aren't you angry?
No, not really.
Not at all.
Do you want me to be angry?
I don't understand. It was a big deal. How was it so easy for you to just get over it?
Oh, I don't know. I guess that's just what family does.
Oh.
Popcorn?
Yeah. Thanks.
Look, everyone. Here it goes.
Long-range shuttle charging sequence complete. Deflector shields raised. Clear for jump in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow. Euchre nights will definitely be different.
Ruth, are you okay?
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna be fine. He's gonna do amazing things back in the colonies. I bet he joins the major circuits and breaks every record in the book. He'll finally get the recognition he deserves, and he'll forget all about us. I hope he finds someone special. And she'll see how lucky she is. And he'll settle down before he gets hurt. He's gonna get everything he ever wanted. He deserves it.
Not a chance.
Claudio, what the hell are you doing here?
You know, just before we took off, I thought to myself, 2 years of cryo? Boy, does that sound like a pain.
But if you were here, who's flying the shuttle?
Relax. I programmed in the autopilot. One of my old flight crew will keep things on course. They'll be fine.
You idiot! That was your one ticket out of here. Now you can never go back.
That's right. I'm not going anywhere.
What?
You heard me. I'm never going anywhere.
I don't understand.
I thought maybe we could spend some time together. Play some cards, walks in the park, that sort of thing.
Oh, no way. You think you can jerk people around, make them miss you, and then come right back just like that? There's no chance.
Shut up and kiss me.
Sweet Umbra, finally.
I did this. This was me.
Think you'll get tired of me?
Oh, it's already started.
Good.
Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Deep Space Radio. The ship is reeling today from the unexpected non-departure of Claudio Atlos, who left the shuttle just before it took off, to instead spend the rest of his foreseeable future here with us. A choice I know he'll be pleased about once he hears some of these songs I got lined up. But Claudio isn't the only one who surprised us with a sudden reappearance. Take a listen to this recording from the mobility device of Martha Crittle on her porch yesterday afternoon.
Hello, Martha!
Woo! Good gracious, you've made me drop your tea kettle again.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just came by to say hello.
I can see that. So, decided to stay with us, did you?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Well, good. What about all those things you said about planting your faith on the planet?
Planting my seed. And I realized I was going about it the wrong way. You see, I'm already bringing my faith to a new planet. And on this one, I already have an in, as it were.
A wise conclusion, Lou, as always. And you seem much calmer.
I suppose it's all about perspective. A week ago, I was the last father of the celestial direction. Today, I'm the first.
Up on the agricultural deck, Bradley and Mercury Theed have settled into their usual routines after the excitement of the last couple weeks. Bradley, back to his old stomping grounds as head of the PAA, issued this statement.
I should have never been so shy about what I thought we should do. If I had spoken my mind, we might have stopped the returners from ever becoming a thing. So if you thought I was opinionated before, oh, you just wait. And if I can't convince you, you'll have my hotshot politician daughter Mercury to deal with.
Oh my god, Dad, stop.
She's very famous.
Give me that.
Finally, with the letters from Chen read through in their entirety, the ship returns to its day-to-day lives, sans a few of our recent departed colleagues. But perhaps there have been some small changes in the wake of these messages from home. Here is a small security recording sent to me by Kit Castile from the apartment of Chief Engineer Tasha Paulson.
So now we're short a pair of hands, which means I'll have to promote someone again.
Huh. Sounds like we could use a few more people aboard.
Yeah. Hey, do you want to hear about my family?
Yeah, sure. I'd love that.
Okay. Get the wine.
Ooh, yay!
Now recording. This is Officer Maxwell in Panic Room Alpha speaking with Annie Maddox. Annie, this recording is being made for future release to the public record. Everything you say could be used as evidence. Not against you, of course. Well, actually, I guess against you if you did something wrong, which...
Herrold, what's going on? Why did you have to set up a special link so I could upload in here?
Because, Annie, this is one of the only rooms aboard the ship that computerized passengers don't have easy access to. In here, we can be confident no one else is listening.
Who else would be listening?
Well, that's the question. I finally got access to the anonymous account Dr. Lake was contacted by, the one that organized the returners. Inside, I found a bunch of the hacked security recordings we've been looking for.
Whoa. You think the leader of the returners was the one accessing security footage?
At first I did. But some of this audio, this stuff was buried deep in the computer and protected by 1,000 privacy firewalls. I don't think anybody with a body could get to it. At least, not alone.
A computerized accomplice.
Exactly. I don't know how. I don't know why. But there's a computerized passenger somewhere on our hard drive feeding this guy information. We have to find out who they are.
Okay, so what do you want me to do about it?
I want you to do what I can't. Investigate the computerized half of the ship and find out who's trying to stop us.
Oh. Sounds fun.
Deep Space Radio will return in Season 9. Computerized.